podcast by the Intergalactic Improv Initiative. Dangerous Dangers, Episode 2. But does it come in blue? Featuring the voices of Alanya Campbell, Tiff Compton, Amanda Cotter, Leah Lawson, Dan Spitaliere, and creator Kaya Renwick. She's going to make him an offer he can't refuse. I should roll. January 19th, 2184. Terran Universal Coordinated Calendar. The Citadel, Widow System, Serpent Nebula. Sakara Ward, Nularix Plaza. Roly-Polis's Ship-Shape Emporium.
Okay, so, Athena, you have vaulted the counter and very quickly run your Omni tool over Roly's console to hack into it. Yes! We're gonna do a contested strength check because he is not pleased about this. He's going to roll for athletics. And you do the same.
I have no strength. I'm gonna oh no. Okay.
If I recall, you're not very strong, are you?
Nope. I'm athletic, like I can climb things. Very dexterous, but strong, no.
Oh, this could be very funny.
Alright, wait, 1d20. 14 plus 0 is 14.
Well, that's fine because he rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
So he sort of ineffectively flails at you.
Good.
As you like one hand hold him out.
Oh my god!
As the other hand is
in the face.
As the other hand is frantically typing on his console. You have just gained access to his entire stock, his inventory, his point of sale system. You could just sell yourself a ship. If you wanted. You could do anything at this point.
Oh, she really could.
Yeah, that sounds legal. That's how
Totally.
transactions work.
That's how it works for her.
Please be mindful, Roly is my friend.
That's definitely how it works for her. Talks her way into it, or she just does it. However, not that great at reading screens. I will say.
You just hacked it.
I know, but that was luck. That was luck.
Well, it was also probably like an automated script.
Yeah,
like you've
yeah.
You've just hacked in.
Pre-programmed because she's dyslexic. So some of the stuff reading on there is not going to make a whole lot of sense to her. But she understands, or I believe she understands, what kind of ship would be subtle. So, like, she knows Minos would be on the lookout for, like, official types. So we want to find something that they wouldn't really bat an eye at.
A hunk of junk?
So this is going to be an investigation roll.
Yes.
Do we even have money for a ship?
Good question.
Well, I can either just give it to us, like you said, or I do have a little money. So,
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
yes, and I can show them. Let's team up.
There are multiple ways of getting through this situation.
All right, so I rolled a 15. And sorry, which check?
Investigation.
Investigation, which is a 5, so 20.
Okay, yeah, dirty 20. You find the perfect ship. It even comes in blue. It's a nice little Corvette, not top of the line, and also not like an official cast off from any of the species' actual like military fleets. So it's a merchant class ship, Corvette size. It would fit all of you, and it costs in the neighborhood of like probably a solid 600 to 700,000 credits.
Wait, did you say 600 to 7,000?
600 to 700,000.
Ah.
Aha.
Ships are not cheap.
No.
Also, that's not the sale price. That's like what Roly bought it for.
Roly paid, yeah.
Yeah.
Could I get a perception check on whether or not we're going to get accosted by C-Sec any second now?
Yeah, absolutely you can do that.
Well, you can do that, yeah. she's gonna flick through while you're doing that. Interrupt me, by the way. If you find something.
5.
Oh.
You're just, I feel like Jesse is sort of like marveling at what's going on
And 7 my ass.
sort of does like the quick check, but there's no obvious blue armor going around. So
Yeah.
you are in a pretty like back end part of the wards. So
Yeah. All right. So she's scrolling through. Ooh.
what are you doing? I object. Get off my computer.
Yeah, just a moment. Just a moment.
Ineffective flailing.
Roly. It's Roly, right? It's a good name. It's a really good name. I want that one. And if you aren't amenable to giving it to me, I also noted a fair bit of, what do they call it? Fan fiction on this computer.
Incredible.
Give me a deception check.
Alright, 14 plus 4, 18.
Well, he rolled a grand total of 7 on his insight challenge.
Thank goodness you started using that other website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks up at you. You imagine fearfully, but I mean, you can't see his eyes.
Yeah.
But he just
I thought I deleted that. Your hacking prowess is impressive. Please take the ship.
I love that. Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, Roly. That was a good choice. I'll definitely be coming back.
Athena, please mark down 5 renegade points. Do you have any ranks in mastery?
2.
Please take 10 renegade points, I think. Because I think it's times 2, yes. Because yes, I believe mastery rank 2 is multi-
yeah,
so
times
10
2.
renegade points. Yep.
Oh my god, the first point!
Vraga, and in this moment, Vraga's kind of tilting her head to the side as much as a Krogan can, and she kind of goes over to Jesse with her head and says,
"Do you know her? I've never seen someone so quickly manipulate someone."
I just met her.
She's gonna come in handy.
Roly slowly raises his Omni tool and is like just keeping like this terrified eye on Athena as he taps it and transfers ownership of the little Corvette to Athena.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Clous has been watching her 2 friends like go at each other like this, just horrified, not knowing what to do. And now that this transaction has occurred, she looks at Roly and says, with heartfelt appreciation, "Thank you for your generosity. We will bring her back in one piece." Timidly. I hope.
One piece might be debatable, but we'll do our best.
Roly listens to this and he kind of like shrinks. I mean, volus are already pretty small, but he shrinks a little bit more. He says,
Volus are always willing to help a friend in need.
I headbonk him again.
In that case, Athena sees.
You hear this quiet little,
Oh, my god, your hat. Clous. It stayed on when you did that. What is this devilry?
Contentedly. It is just a hat, Athena.
All right. Keep your secrets.
Vraga is gonna pipe up at the same time, look at the hat and say,
That's a hat meant for human heads as far as I can remember.
"Aren't they supposed to fit an actual skull?" She's got a point. How is it staying on?
if we're continuing on this route, I'm going to need an insight check from Vraga and a deception check from Clous.
Okay, on it. No bonuses for that one, so let's see.
Yes, deception.
Fell on the floor to a 7. Okay, so 7.
That is a 16 on my deception.
Damn it.
As far as you can tell, Vraga, it's just a hat. Okay, so y'all have acquired a ship. You now know that it is relatively nearby. You'll have to go through, like, you know, the docking corridors to get out to it. But you have acquired the MSV Corsica.
Let's go see this ship.
So we're walking away?
We can.
Yeah. All right, so she just... Athena just looks back at Rolly and be like, I'll bring you back something nice, and just gives him some finger guns.
Thank you. I think.
Clous, seeing this and knowing how timid that Rolly can be, says comfortingly, "Do not worry, they're not real guns."
Rolly tilts his head and doesn't say anything, just watches you walk away.
Oh, bless.
No shit! Okay, shall we whoosh to the ship, or do you guys want to do any chatter while we're on the way there?
I mean, on the way there, I think Jesse would make an intention of asking the chef, like, so what's your deal? I'm Jesse.
We are here to go with the flow, as you humans would say.
We would. I like it.
Are you cool with combat?
We are more than proficient in that department.
All right. But are you okay, like, with the possibility of doing it? Like, not just, like, you can be a good fighter and still not want to.
I will pop in here, Alanya, some flavor that you can add should you so choose. Rachni communication often comes with colors and musical sounds that you can use to illustrate in the sort of same way that an Elcor's pheromones would, except in terms of this sort of quantum communication, it does travel through. So you can choose to add those if you so desire. You do not have to, though. I recognize that there's a lot of layers to this, and that's tough to keep in mind when you're role-playing, so it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also, for instance, choose to communicate in solely colors or sounds. So the Rachni language, the words are they've kind of added those for everybody else's benefit. Mostly they communicate in what they would call it songs, and so it's sounds and colors and feelings all sent on this sort of quantum level that's how they communicate with each other, and those still come across when they send those communications, but they've basically added words for the sake of us non-hive mind sapiens. Yeah.
And of course, Clous, hearing this conversation, looks at Jesse and says dismissively, "There are other ways to solve problems than with violence, Jesse."
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't think you're going to find many of them with Minos.
Vraga chimes in at this time and looks back at them because she kind of has the propensity to always be the leader in whatever's happening, so she's kind of at the front of wherever they're going, and she looks back and says,
We just got a ship for 0 credits. Just because Athena here seems to be very silver-tongued.
What is fan fiction?
Whatever it is, I don't want to know.
I want to know what Rolly was writing fan fiction about.
I know!
I didn't presume to know. I wasn't going to choose that.
You just saw it's the AO3 link. They've stuck around. It's just the AO3 link. Yeah.
You can see the little kudos.
He was reading, or he was writing 50 Shades of Grey matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's Fleet and Flotilla fic, obviously.
Obviously.
Ooh, yes. Adding 2 notes.
Canon.
Oh, perfection. Yeah, Athena just looks at Vraga and just gives her a wink.
You're gonna be dangerous, girl.
Already am.
Gleefully, to the ship.
Yes, that's an opportune moment for a whoosh.
Whoosh.
To whoosh, yes, let's whoosh.
You want to buy those things? We got those things. We can sell you those things today, now. In fact, you just give your credit card detail over OmniTool, and then you have the things. We have the things. You want the things, right?
Did you forget where you parked your ship? Don't know which store is Commander Shepard's favorite? Are you being heckled by an OmniTool spammer? Or are you simply unsure how to navigate the Citadel? Well then, come see our friendly staff and we can help you get your bearings. For a modest fee. Don't talk to the shady people hanging by the docks. Come see us at Helpful Helpers and we'll set you straight. For a modest fee.
Private Docks, MSV Corsica.
Whoosh to the ship. She is probably nominally of sort of like a cross between human Asari make, so it's a little bit more sleek than your standard human ship. It's not one of those boxy container ships. It looks like probably it was somebody's luxury craft that got repoed. TBQH. So as you get on, Athena's OmniTool has you've got the codes. She opens up. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze for clues, but not bad. Like it's you can turn around and you've got room. This was clearly built for people with a lot of money. And so yeah, you can turn around in it, you can move in it, but it wasn't built for you. But you guys will have and Solace will have no problem moving. You go in, you take stock of the ship. It's not currently stocked with anything. It's got enough fuel to get you to the mast relay, and that's about it. But otherwise, it has, again, luxury ship. We do not have a weapons suite. We have basic kinetic barriers. This is not a ship that will be doing you much good in combat. But it does have, you discover, the latest cloaking technology.
Ooh.
And so for short periods of time, you can become visually invisible, which is not common. That is only a technology that's been around for a couple of years in the Mass Effect universe. It is an extension of cyclonic barrier technology. So it's I should say that the kinetic barriers are fairly high tech, but they won't stand up in a battle. They're high tech in a different way, and it does not have particularly good heat sink technology, and so the cloaking feature is a bell and whistle. It does not actually do you all that much good, because the ship would still be visible to other ships' sensors because of the heat distribution and diffusion.
So it's the opposite of the Normandy.
Yes, the opposite of the Normandy. Although the Normandy can also now go invisible in this particular universe, but yes, exactly. The heat distribution and dispersal is not great. You will not be able to go great distances at great speeds without having to stop and discharge your drive, and it does not have the greatest fuel reserves. So it's pretty, it's big enough for all of you, it will function, but God help you if you get into space combat. Or if you have to, hide in space for any length of time. It's not going to be your best bet.
You'd figure she'd pick something like that.
It looked pretty.
Is it equipped with any sort of AI?
A basic VI. Yeah.
Great.
Basic VI, okay.
Yeah. Basic VI, decent autopilot features. Again, this was a luxury ship bought by somebody who didn't want to have to think about shit. It looks pretty, it works. Probably made on Beckenstein, let's be real.
Alright.
All the richies.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, you have a ship.
Hey.
Now what?
Well, Clous for one walks on and sees just this glorious, spacious, luxurious ship, and astonished, There is so much room in here. It is far larger than my office. I could have 3 detective agencies in this ship.
There's probably a closet if it'd make you feel more at home.
Peevishly. No, thank you. I'm fine here.
Vraga's gonna turn to Clous and say, detective agency. You're a detective?
You see Clous, like, sort of, like, shift up as, like, straight and proper as she possibly can. Like, she's given this speech into the mirror, like, 12.5 times before, just waiting for the perfect opportunity. And she looks right into Vraga's eyes and says, with great pride and deepest pleasure, I run Clues by Clues Detective Agency. My detective services are all inclusive.
Vraga.
Yeah. As an audio format, we're going to have a hard time hearing me smacking my head after all these puns.
Vraga puts her hands on her hips and says,
That is some damn fine wordplay.
Clues is quite used to being written off by people, as you may have guessed. And so hearing this kind of, like, positive feedback is very new to her. So deeply touched. Thank you, Vraga. Your support means the world to me. We have just met, but I love you.
I don't know how to respond to that, but you're welcome.
I head bop her.
she only really knows what a headbutt is, so she's confused by this.
I love that.
But she kind of okay, and leans back.
That was gonna go one of two ways. That or
yeah.
Vraga was gonna be like, oh
my God,
I know
I
what
love
this
it.
means.
Yeah.
Ooh. What are Elcor skulls made of? Hopefully something strong.
Probably pretty sturdy.
I would say so.
I mean, the gravity on Thuruanuro is, or on Dakuna, rather.
Nuts.
The gravity on Dakuna is pretty crazy,
Yeah.
so. Okay, yeah, y'all have a ship. What are you doing?
Athena's just rummaging around, checking to see if she can lift anything. She kind of just, like, points over her shoulder dismissively at the others. I'm like, go find the on button. Ship go. Fly. Ascend.
Do you want to do an investigation check?
Sure.
And find things?
Yeah. 14.
Does anyone know how to fly a ship?
Kinda.
That's a great question.
Does anyone know where to go?
Yeah, that was my thing. Vraga was gonna go to Jesse and talk to him afterwards.
14 and 5, so 19.
Okay. You conduct a brief and thorough search of the ship and discover that Rolly knows what he's doing and has already stripped it of everything valuable. Alas and alack. So yeah, but there are a surprising number of places that you could put loot. It is a fairly well appointed place. You could, lots of places to hide things. You also find the galley, where, Solace can cook the food that nobody has bought yet.
Vraga, once she kind of looks around a bit, she's gonna go straight for Jesse because this is his mission. And she's gonna come up to him, lean against one of the bulkheads and say,
So, Minos. And we have no leads.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I was looking for an investigation, like someone to help me investigate, and I got caught up in kind of a whirlwind here. Thinking we should, I don't know, maybe get supplies and stuff, and maybe I'll do some more of my own research before we leave the Citadel.
Granted, yeah, we're gonna need some stuff before we leave, but if we need information, this is probably the best place we can get it. And there are plenty of seedy places on the Zakara reward, so we should probably make sure we are stocked before we leave, but we're definitely going to need some sort of galaxy map. Does this ship, do we see a galaxy map anywhere?
I will find us some schematics for the Corsica. It is not made out like the Normandy. There isn't like a CIC sort of thing. I imagine it's more, the front cockpit sort of deal, so that, business in the front, party in the back for the rich folks that bought the thing.
Mullet ship.
And so there's like a mini galaxy map sort of on the main console. So you basically get rid of the CIC and take Joker's cockpit, and that's sort of in the front, and then the rest of the ship is in the back. You've got pilot and co-pilot seat, or pilot and navigator. And that's all there.
One more thing. Any of the... So, this is kind of a long shot, but I was going to ask if Vraga could do an insight. Did I do an insight check first when I heard the name Minos?
No, Jesse insight checked you.
Okay.
But you did not insight check him. If you would like to do so, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I just want to see if I have any more information regarding that.
Are you insight checking Jesse, or are you thinking like what you know about Minos?
Minos. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, would you want history or insight for that?
Like a history check.
Yeah, because you did networking before.
Yes, Tiff did
That's
networking,
right.
Yeah. This would probably be a history check then.
That is a 12 plus. That's just straight. Straight 12.
Okay. You don't know much more. You might have had run-ins with like a few operatives, like and so they're bad news, and you can definitely, like the comment earlier about they will have good shit. That's true. That honestly, you probably don't want to get into a fight with them. Like I will say with certainty that you've run into Cerberus before. Cerberus look like stormtroopers compared to these guys.
Fair enough. Organized, well-equipped type deal. Okay.
And, like, actually effective.
Vraga kind of gets into pretty much in the center of where everyone is, just so everyone's in earshot. And she says, all right, listen up. We don't have any leads. We're gonna need supplies before we leave. I suggest back to the wards, and the best place to get information is where everyone goes to get drunk. Let's go to the bar.
You have been listening to I Should Roll, Dangerous Dangers, Episode 2. But does it come in blue? Featuring the voices of Alanya Campbell as Solace-Within-Clay, Tiff Compton as Ravanor Vraga, Amanda Cotter as Clous, Leah Lawson as Athena Hellier, Dan Spitaliere as Jesse Westcott, and Kaya Renwick as everyone and everything else. Music and sound effects are used under Creative Commons or royalty-free licenses. For the extended credits, please see the show notes. And for more information, please visit ishouldroll.com. Find us everywhere on social media at ishouldroll, and don't forget to leave us a review. I Should Roll is an Intergalactic Improv Initiative production. This fan podcast is a transformative work and is not affiliated with Electronic Arts or BioWare. Thank you for listening. Have a pleasant day.